Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Q, or Wheeljack. I don't know what he was called on the box, but in the movie he's called Q, and in the video game he's called Wheeljack, so I don't know. Anyway, this is a figure based on his appearance from the way that he looked on Dark of the Moon, and to be honest, this is not a bad looking figure, kind of. I mean, he's got issues, but he's not a bad looking figure. Let me just get a bit better of a shot with him. There you go. So let's get in close here on the head sculpt, which has been a point of hatred from people with the fact that, well, it's not really the G1 Wheeljack. Now that I think about it, I don't have any Wheeljacks in size comparison. Damn it. But yeah, it's not G1 Wheeljack's head, but I like it. It's kind of like Albert Einstein kind of head, as you can see. Nice teeth here in the front, if the camera wants to focus on it. We got a nice Autobot logo down here, some nice paint over here. But this figure was very rare to get back in the day, and nowadays still, but back in the day it was very rare to get because this figure was cancelled. The Hasbro version was cancelled, sadly enough. Now as we turn him all around on the back, he's got a nice kind of clean back, but not really. I mean, he's got like this thing hanging off, but yeah. And then we go down here to his feet where we see issues, as you can see. Yeah, he can't stand when it, like, you're supposed to fold these things all the way up like so, but then he can't stand because for some reason it like goes, it goes below his foot, which means that he will be like more on his windows than anything. So yeah, but this thing was indeed sadly enough cancelled. I was excited for this figure. I mean, at least we got this thing thanks to Japan. I mean, oh wait, we've been focusing on his feet too much. This thing never got released at all. We never got a figure until Studio Series gave us this. But with him, I had one. Like, I knew I wanted one, so I went over to eBay and I bought him. However, now we come to kind of a small thing that I am missing. We come to the accessories, and this is all I have. That's all I got. I don't have his big spear, stick, or mace. No, it's not mace. Staff. That was what I wanted to say. So yeah, I don't have that thing. So first of all, we got two weapons, I guess. I mean, we got kind of like a pistol right here, and we got like a drill thing right here, and then we got this thing, a briefcase slash gun, because it's like a gun here. And because this is a Dark of the Moon figure, we can do one of these. Whaya! Now, this is what I've always hated about these Dark of the Moon figures. Now, I don't mind mech tech. It's pretty cool. But why can you only lock the Voyager class once? I would have loved it if you could lock it like so. You know, that would be so cool. But you can't do that with these figures. Now, for him to hold it, you can peg it into his hand like so. Or you can, as you can see right there, well, with this one anyway, you can also peg it into his arm, in case he needs an arm gun. With this one, how does he hold this thing then? I don't know. I usually have it on his hip, so yeah. Let's see here. Uh-oh. I think something fell off. Anyway, but yeah, he can hold it. Mine at least can. I mean, he's supposed to hold this stuff, so he should be able to hold it. No, nothing really broke off. Maybe it was something else. Anyway, however, if you don't want him to hold those things, you can also take the clip system and just clip it onto his titties. And I always like to bend it so it doesn't take up much space. Oh, glove is stuck. And then we will do the same thing on the other side. There you go, clipping it on. All nice. And then with this thing you can, oh, also he has some ports on the back. I remember that because I always store this thing like this on his back to kind of not take up space. However, he can also hold this thing by just taking it and putting it in his hand. Here is the hole. There we go. He can hold it and slap people with it. Or I guess, I don't know, shoot people with it because the gun. Come on. There you go. And or you can blade people. It's very awkward. Now then, let's move over to the articulation segment while we get all the weapons out the way. So, for articulation, we have his head it's on I think a ball joint. So, come on camera. His head is on a ball joint so it can go all the way around. I think it's on a ball, yes, it is on a ball joint, so he can basically look all the way up. You cannot really make him look down. His arms can move forward, however, what I don't like is these things kind of go with him. So, but you can basically move it out the way to get a full rotation in and out. You got a swivel at the elbow, and then for transformation purposes, a double jointed elbow. And nothing at the hand. His waist can rotate, also for transformation. So you got a nice waist rotation. His legs can move forward about that far. And they can move backwards. If you move his back flap out the way, they can go a little bit further. Like that far. So he can do a bit of a weird running pose. There's also a bit of movement because it's a ball joint. You got a bend. Oh, also you can move that out the way. But you got really like a small bend because of this back piece here. This thing kind of bumps into there. So it's like this is all you get for the bend. And then his feet can go up. And that's it. But that's also for transformation. So, yeah. Let me just put everything back the way that it is supposed to be. So we can get into some size comparison. Come on, get down. So, for size comparison, starting off here, we have him next to his buddy, Dino. And he's the Studio Series, by the way, and he's too big. But I really want them to release a new version of this guy. Anyway, next up, we have him next to the other cancelled figure, Darker the Moon Soundwave. Well, this is like, I think, Movie the Best or Movie Advanced Dark Side Soundwave. Doesn't matter, it's the Darker the Moon mold. Next up, we have him next to Sideswipe from Studio Series. After that, we have him with Roadbuster from Dark of the Moon, because I don't have the Studio Series version. Speaking of which, here's Topspin, the Dark of the Moon one, because I don't have the Studio Series version. But here's Leadfoot from Studio Series, because I actually do have the Studio Series version. And then next up here he is next to Studio Series Bumblebee, everyone's yellow pal. And finally, here he is next to my first review, Transformers Studio Series Ironhide. And let's be honest here, Q/Wheeljack, but Q, you are a bit too big. I gotta be honest here, you're too big. Also, I don't have any Wheeljacks right now for size comparison because of the fact that I did not expect to. Because I always call this thing Q. And so it's like, oh wait, this is supposed to be Wheeljack. I forgot. But let's move you out the way so we can get into transformation. So, for transformation, what you want to start off with is you want to take the titty flap and just push it down a bit. Take it and push it down a bit to kind of get it out the way. This one always likes to kind of go back to the chest, but you don't need to. Next up, what you want to do is you want to take the arm and then rotate it like so. And then lift it up and bend it inside like so. Do the same thing on the other side. And then you want to take the hood of the car or the headlight of the car and just push it over there. So just push this over here. Done. Next up, what you want to do, you want to open up the chest. You want to take the head, push it all the way inside here, and then close it back up. Wonderful. Now you can rotate the arms up to kind of get them out the way so we can begin on the legs. So what you want to start off with is you want to come here to the back, take this piece here and fold them out like so. Then take the foot and push it in, and then you can take this and push it down and make sure that everything lines up. Same thing on the other side, like so. Then what I always do is I take the legs and I just clip them together. Like so. Then what you want to do is you want to take the back piece here, lift it up, take these pieces here on the side and get the arm out the way so you can kind of do this. Rotate these off to the side. We're not going to tab it in yet, But you need to kind of get them out the way, so you can use that waist rotation to rotate it all around. Now what I do is, let's see here. Yeah, in here there's a small tab. Oh, the front is blocking it, so let's get back over here. There we go. In here, wait, which side was it? Here it is. In here there's a small tab, I don't know if you can see that, that goes into a small hole in the arm here. So basically you just tab those together. And make sure that you can get this car door in line with the other one as well. So just push it a bit. There you go. There we go. Now this part always annoys me because I can't really get these tabs don't really get out the way. These tabs don't really get in there. Anyway, then you want to take the front of the car, the hood, and just rotate it down. Make sure you get it around the whole thing. And then there's a tab on the inside here. Let's see if I can show that off. There's a tab here at the front. Doesn't want to focus. Anyway, there's a tab here at the front that goes to a slot here at the front as well. So you just take it and tab it in. Take it and tab it in. And then make sure that here on the side it is still fully tabbed in. There you go. Now what you want to do, you want to take these back pieces and rotate them up. And then take the legs and rotate the roof of the car. Also make sure that everything is good and nicely tabbed. Make sure you can take this and just push it up. Then what you want to do, you want to take these side pieces here, rotate them up like so. I don't know if I showed it off. So we're going to go on the other side again. Oh, slipped out of my hands. Stop slipping. You want to take this piece and rotate it up so that you can... Oh, come on. Really? Now that I actually know for a fact that you're on camera, there you go. And just basically make sure that the tabs go into their respective slots. Doesn't really want to work. Anyway, well, it happened automatically while I was trying to tab it. Anyway, you need to tap the hood into the chest here, so just push it down until it tabs in. Take these back pieces here and rotate them out. There you go, got it. I fixed it. Focus. There you go. I did it. Now what you want to do with the back piece here is take it and just tab it in. Make sure that everything is tabbed together like so. And here you have him in his vehicular form. So here we have Q, also known as Wheeljack, in his, let me just read this up, Mercedes-Benz E550. Alt mode, his Mercedes car mode. And to be honest, I like it. I like it a lot, you know, seeing this vehicle stroll up with Dino, nope, not size comparison yet, but with Dino and Bumblebee was great at the beginning of the movie. By the way, I will say Dark of the Moon is the best live action movie we've ever gotten, and I don't know yet about Transformers 1. So yeah, anyway, here he is in his vehicle mode. Now with these lights, I can kind of see some problems here. The blue doesn't necessarily match up, the two blues. The transparent blue doesn't really match with the rest of the blue. I never noticed that because it's always so dark, but with these lights, it's like, oh, hello, good sir. we are different colored. So it's kind of distracting, but overall, this is one nice looking vehicle mode. And, well, back in the day, they had an entire priority for vehicle mode. I mean, I feel like nowadays they still do. Anyway, so let's get in closer on the vehicular form. We got a nice silver grille here. I don't know what this nub's supposed to be, but maybe it's supposed to be something. A nice headlights here. We got some nice black here. We got nice silver for the door handles, which that's a new one. You don't really... like specific paint for the door handles. That's something you don't really see a lot of. You got some nice backlights here. We got the, oh, here it is, E550. Right here on the back. Maybe you can read it. Maybe I can focus on it. I don't know. Like if I go too close to the camera, it's never gonna focus up. So we're not gonna get too close to the camera. Like the way that this thing just looks nice, you know? And to be honest, he compacts pretty well. And the bottom, it's like, yep, there's a robot here. We got some hands. We don't really have feet because they're like in here, something like that. But the only thing we really get is a head. Up, a chest, and hands, and that's basically all that we're getting. So let's just move on into size comparison. Also, this thing rolls as rolling things should. Now, size comparison time. So starting off for the size comparison, once again, here he is next to his buddy Dino. They were always buddies to me because this one was cancelled and this one never was released. So yeah, they look good together. And let's just add Bumblebee in here for the opening scene of the movie. How nice. Here is Sideswipe as well. Add him in here as well for some size comparison. Then we have Roadbuster from Dark of the Moon, because I felt like I did need a Dark of the Moon figure and I didn't feel like transforming Soundwave. And finally, here he is next to Studio Series Ironhide. And here is the whole gang. We once again move up, and bam, what a nice shot. To be honest, I don't know how he fits well, if he fits in well with the Studio Series figures in vehicle mode. Like Robo mode, he's too tall, he needs to be shorter. But here, I think that, you know, you need to get out of here. But yeah, I don't know how he fits in with the Studio Series figures, to be honest, in vehicle mode. Now, I've always loved this figure because this is an exclusive figure, so it feels special owning this figure. But, so maybe I'm a little bit blinded by that. But overall, this is a nice looking set. So, let me just move you all out the way, because we don't need you anymore. Size comparisons are done. There we go. Get that camera back down. And here we are. But yeah, like I said, this is an exclusive figure. I don't know why. Like, every time I look at this thing, I get so happy because it's an exclusive figure. And I kind of want to put this together with my Studio Series figures. But hey, Hasbro, when are you releasing a Studio Series version of Q / Wheeljack? But Q, as I always called him. When are you releasing a new version of Q, huh? Like, I know that the Bayverse figures are kind of in the wind. But can we get this guy next year, please? 2025 Q, come on, Hasbro. We know you can do it. And to be honest, we want it. So, that was it basically. That was a little bit of my ranty rant. But now let's get him back into his robotic mode. But before we do that, because I am not that smart, I just realized I looked to the side. I forgot about these little guys. So how do you store these things? Well, you don't really. I haven't really found a good way to store them. You can't really use these clips. So this thing, you can't really store. I mean, maybe you can like, also, oh, right, this was the time they had ports that just come back. You can put it in, and then you can take it out, and it fills itself in. Where did that go? Why did they ever get rid of that? I completely forgot. I don't know why. Why did they get rid of it? Like, why did they get rid of it? I loved it so much. And you can also take this weapon here and store it here on the top as well. Because you got two ports here where you can just store them. Now, they cannot clip on to the rear view mirrors. But yeah, but you can basically do this and make him look like an actual... I'm not gonna even say it. But on this weapon here, you got some clippies here. So you can actually equip him with all the weapons. Taking one to the top. And taking one, no, putting one on the bottom one. There we go. So he can be weird. Look, weapon storage on vehicle modes, unless it's on the inside, which you can't do with these things. Unless it's on the inside, like with what you can do with certain figures. Weapon storage always looks dumb. So now we will get this guy transformed into his robotic mode. So to transform this thing back into robotic mode, what you want to start off with is you want to come back here and untap the back like so, kind of get it out the way. Then you want to take the top of the vehicle and untab it and lift it all the way up like so. Then you want to untap these sides here, rotate them away from the main body, and then kind of leave it like that. So, moving up, what you want to do is you want to take the arms and untap them from the front, which sometimes can be easy said to done, and untap them here from the doors as well. You want to take them and just, come on, there you go. Move them, like, kind of like push them off to the side to kind of get them out the way. Take the waist, rotate it around, take these back pieces here and put it on his back. There we go. Then take the hood and also rotate it to his back. Now we are starting to form a bit of a bot. So, split the legs. Take the front window, I guess, or front of part of the roof, and push it back. And there's some like automorph here with the feet, but it doesn't come all the way out. But there you go. Now from the other side, let me just see if I can show this off better. So you want to take this, and then as you push, you can see that the foot kind of comes out, but not really. Now rotate it so that he can kind of stand. Also push the the top away. There you go. Now you want to open up the chest. You want to come in here, and you want to pull out his head. You want to take the ball joint with it when you pull out his head, and then push it back. And then if you ripped off his head like I did, you just take the head and put it back on. Then what you want to do is you want to take the arms, undo this from the wheel, and just rotate it up. Take the arm, rotate it all the way down, rotate it around, push it down right here, in here, push it down, and then just leave it like so. Now because of the way that this is sculpted, it kind of looks like there should be a tab on here that goes into that hole to kind of keep this securely into place, but because the arm is attached to it, sadly enough, it doesn't do that. Anyway, speaking of which, let's do the other side right now as well, and then stand him up. And here we have Transformers Dark on the Moon Deluxe Class Wheeljack or Q back into his robot mode. And so we come to the final thoughts. Now, do I recommend Transformers Dark on the Moon Wheeljack or Q? Well, that's where we kind of come into a bit of an issue. And that is because of the fact that with the whole, Studio Series line, we might be getting a new version of you in the potential future. So, I would personally wait to see I would personally wait to see how that's gonna turn out before making a decision. But I actually like this figure. Now, I don't like the back of the legs. I absolutely despise the window being too far down, because look at this. Look at how far back those windows have to be for him to actually stand normally. And also the fact that these front pieces don't tab in his titties. The fact that they don't really tab in. The fact that they're just here like this. It annoys me. No, don't fall off. There we go. But those are like issues that I have with the figure. I know I'm missing his staff, but nobody cares about that. But because he didn't really do anything but get shot by Barricade. I forgot. Did he get shot by Soundwave too? I remember him getting shot to death by Barricade, but I don't remember if Soundwave had a hand in him too. But yeah. Oh. But like I said, do I recommend him? I feel like yes, but more like on the deluxe price range. If you can find this thing for like 30 euros, or well, $30, will you continue spinning? $30 then? Yeah, maybe. It will be worth it, but okay, I guess the batteries have run dry. Yeah, I would recommend it if you can find it for a nice price. But that has been my review of Transformers Dark on the Moon Deluxe Class Wheeljack. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell, and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!